All right, everyone, let's do it. Your first rig. And this lecture is focused on legs only. I want to separate everything as much as I can so you guys, got it properly. Let me delete a couple layers right here that I've been preparing for, and let's get going. So we're going to do the legs, but before we do that, there's a couple things we need to do. First of all, I like to have my rig of different colors. Left in green, right in blue, and the middle in a cream color. Now Maya has a bone option that lets you color them, but I don't like it as much. I don't have as much control with it that the way I do it. So the way I do it is very simple. I create 3 layers, 1, 2, 3. The first one is gonna be blue, and it's gonna be let's say left, and we click on blue obviously, and we save, and we can see the little blue icons right here. The second layer, we're gonna click on green next to the blue, and we are gonna select, we're gonna type in right. And the third layer right here, we're gonna call it spine right there, and make it cream. Now any object, let's say I make a sphere right here and I add it to the spine, for example, its wireframe become that color, and it will do the same thing with the bones. Okay, so let's do it, but we have a couple options to adjust still before we can plot the joints and bones. We need to go to shading, make sure we're on wireframe unshaded so we can see where our wireframe is located to make a better job. And then we make sure also that we're going to select X-ray joint. That's right. X-ray joint will let you see through the mesh with where your joints are located, and that's a fantastic option that would make it so much easier. Now, there's one thing also to understand when you make bones in Maya. Before we get going, Maya requires you to have what's called an initial angle for the bone's rotation. Let me explain quickly. So I'm going to do it the wrong way, but I want you to understand. If you do it this way, it's faster that way, right here. If you do it that way, all right, then you see it's straight right here. It has no initial angle where he's going to bend at the knee. It does have it for the ankle, not for the knee. What's going to happen most likely is that Maya is not going to know which way to bend it, and he'll bend it the wrong way. So you need to kind of give it a little angle. All right, let's say something maybe like that. So Maya understand which way it needs to bend. So and that you have to be careful because you don't want to give an angle this way. Because if you give an angle, let's say this way, then it's not going to be very good when you're going to actually, you know, use it properly, you guys. It's not going to work the way you want. Um, so that's why we do it that way. Let me select a hierarchy and I'll show you that right here. See, it's not rotating the way we want at all. It's taking other ways. Alright, so, and that's why I don't like that system at all. Okay, and remember, you have to put the initial angle. So let's do it the proper way. So make sure we're in shaded wireframe, X-ray joints, we're good to go. And we are in the rigging menu right there. We are simply going to go with the skeleton create joint. And we're going to do it the way I taught you, which is one, click on enter, put another one where the knee is, obviously, click on enter, put another one where the ankle would be, right there, put another one for the mid feet, right here, and another one at the end for the end of the feet, so we can have what's called a rolling foot. All right, so now we place them properly to make sure they will work. Give it a little bit angle, maybe right here. We have a small angle right there, so I think we're ready to go. So what we do now is that we select the child and then the parent, and we click on P on our keyboard, and that's parent it the proper way. The chain needs to go down, so the large parts always at the top and the pointy parts at the bottom always. All right, so child, or it doesn't work. Parent, click on P. Child, parent, click on P. Child, parent, oops, sorry, not that one. Parent, click on P. Alright, that's pretty much what you got right there. Alright, and we are gonna put it, we're gonna move just the parents. Don't touch anything or you mess up the angles. We're gonna move the parents right here, and we are not gonna give him any angle whatsoever. We're just gonna check right here to see if it fits properly. Now we are on the left side of the character, so we're gonna, with the parent selected, we're gonna go to the left layer right here, right click and say add selected object, and look, it turns that color. So fantastic. Now it's the only time I will ever duplicate bones is when I do it for the legs. I don't do it for arms, I don't do it for anything else but the legs. Alright? It works better that way. So you select the parent and do a Control D on your keyboard. So you press both Control and D at the same time on your keyboard to duplicate that mesh. And you go right here and you adjust it properly in the middle. You check in your perspective viewport, it looks pretty good. You really rock. Now this time, with the main parent selected of that leg chain, which is on the right side, we're going to select the right layer, right click on it and say add selected object. So we add a selected object right here, and we can see it's green now perfectly. We're going to check them out by simply selecting one, because this is the same, so the other one should work. Right clicking and going to select the hierarchy. And now I'm going to take the rotate tool and rotate it to see how it rotates. Alright? Does it stay straight? Yes, it does. And that's a fantastic thing when they stay straight. That's why I created that technique, because the other way it really doesn't work. Alright? So let me put it back. I still have problem with my undo setting. I'm gonna have to go in the actual main file and make sure it's always saved. It doesn't seem to want to stay anymore. That's one of the bugs of my A16. I apologize, but that's what I have now, and that's what we need to use. Okay, so hey, you're done for the legs. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video. I'll do the arms and the fingers, the hands I mean, and then another video will do just the rest. Okay, take it easy.